Hi everyone, it is me, Jordan Long here, and today I'm going to talk about, you know, learning how to swim. Now, for most of all my most of all my life, from being a baby to a walker to a kid to a tweener to a grown up, I did not know how to swim. It did not care who taught me. It could be home, it could be learned, could be one's friends. It just did not work. And for a lot of my life, I was wearing swimming vests, whatever you want to call them. And I know there are a lot of folks out there who, whatever grounds, they just don't know how to swim. They just can't learn it. The body just does not have the skill. I don't know. But then something happened, and somehow I learned how to swim. And it's just kind of how it goes. Like, oh well, someone tells me you don't know how to swim. Well, that would be right. I do not know how to swim. And how long has this been? My whole life. You know? Oh, well, that's sad. That is truly sad. Well, are you going to help me learn how to swim, or are you going to scathe me for not knowing how to swim? Well, I'm going to help you. Oh, well, first off, don't tell me that it's all going to be that same thing about where, oh, first you got to get in the water. They always, yeah, that's always the smooth thing. Then they got to say, well, learn how to float. Yeah, well, there's your hang up right there because I was never good at floating, you know. Well, is it a fear of water? No, it's not that I have a fear of water. If I did, which I do not. So it has nothing to do with the fear of water. Yeah, more the fear of dying from drowning, if that's an English word or not, I don't know. Well, why don't you do this? Yeah, now I'm floating. Well, I'm sinking. No, I ain't doing that. Well, did you ever shift your legs and your arms and your legs and your hand and your feet? You ever do that before? Yeah, I did all that stuff before and it didn't help me. Well, this is sad. You know, we see folk. We learning how to swim is one of the first things we learn how to do. Ha ha ha. I guess it's like birds. One of the first things birds don't learn how. Well, no, the truth is, flying is the last things birds learn how to do. And I guess fish, well, they learn how to swim right when they're born. Yeah, well, sadly, it just doesn't work with me. I just don't know how to swim. You know, which is sad. You want to scathe me, go ahead. Well, that's because you don't. That's the thing is, like, how deep are your pools you swim in? They're truly deep. Alright? When I used to go to learn, they started in the shallow end, and somehow they like to offshoot you to the deep end, and I was never good at that. Had to hold on to the sides the whole time I was, you know, in there. Well, what about at home? Oh, same thing. Me and my swimwear, my floating uh, coat or whatever you want to call it. Well, this is the thing. Oh, I'm doing it now. I'm swimming now. After all these years, I know how to swim now. Well, that's great. It only took you 38 years. Oh, so now you're going to, so now there's a scathing now. that it took me 38 years to learn how to swim. This coming from someone who've been swimming her whole life. Thanks a lot for shaming me. So anyway, yeah, now I know how to swim now. Learned how to swim from a water woman, a sea woman. I guess that would be the English word, since mer most likely is a French borrowed word. Maid is like a French borrowed word too. And since mermaid is a French borrowed word, the English word would be what? Fishman? Fishwoman? Yeah, that would be it. I learned how to swim from a fishwoman who is not that kind. Yeah, if I would learn how to swim from Madison from Splash and Splash 2, or Ariel from any of the Disney films, that would have been alright. But no, I had to learn from Pearl, which you'd think would be good until you learn Pearl like to scathe me. Well, that's all the time I got here. If you like that film, follow me over here at the Jordan Long Show. Or what's the last film I made yesterday over here? When I was talking about, well, I'll never be a YouTube mate. I'm Jordan Long, and I'll see you later. Bye.